Any powers of your father's house truncating, exchanging, bind and send with your destiny. Let them release you now. Please don't give God. Please don't give God. Talk to God about it. Tell him God about it. Tell God about it. Yes. 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 Pray it. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Beloved, we are still going to hear God's word. But pray this prayer. Amen. Say demonic gang up. I didn't hear you. Against me and my father's house. Who are you, by the way? Cast fire and release us. Can you pray this prayer? Magata progoda. Hey, yadakatebo. La praketa. Hey, powers that has got up against your glory, against my glory. Your time is up. Oh yeah, scatter, 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 scatter. Yes. 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 It's not the leisure time. It's a time to pray it out. La procaleta ingarado. Le mande calada. Aha, ne pragede. Oh, you pray it. Stop any your placard, foundational problem. Stop any your placard, my uncle, my cousin. No. Confront them now. Attack your attackers. Attack your attackers. Confront them that confront you. Now. Yes. 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 In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Help me pray this prayer. In my few days in the prophetic and deliverance ministry, I have discovered something. Every demon does not behave the same. There are some quiet and subtle demons. There are some violent and stubborn demons. And those ones that are stubborn and violent are the one that Jesus said, this kind cannot go except with fasting and prayers. That is why I told you to come today with fasting. We are still going to pray. I just feel like fasting. I don't feel like praying. I don't feel like preaching this morning. You go permit me, I will preach. Now listen to me. There are some demons. It doesn't take you to fast. They go, no. You fast and you still pray. A young man of God planted his church for 21 years. The church was not growing. One day, the message came. Oh God, no matter how righteous you are, that was the message. That what has stopped your siblings in business is stopping your ministry. He got angry. He took his back and went to his father's house. His father was buried in the parlor where he was sitting more when they built their house. In the night, he opened fire. When I mean fire, you see when somebody is praying, the heat that comes out of his body will have smoke. He went to the village to die or live. He prayed the prayers. Everyone in the village in the night knew that something else entered this village. In the night, he left the place and went. In the morning, he left the place and went to hide. They came searching for the person that is causing the commotion. They didn't see him. The next night, he came enter. When the people have slept, he entered the place again. He opened fire. And in the dark night, Mali Prakata, can I talk to you? Whatever that is hidden in your life will make manifest by fire. I don't like your amen. Shout out amen like a believer. You know, there are sometimes I like violence. I like trouble. Sometimes when you don't make trouble, people in your company, they don't respect you. It's true. There's a place where you stay. Not with this pastor. Go and shit on his door. He won't do anything. Beat the children, he won't do anything. But when they beat one, you beat two, they won't come near you. I didn't say you can do for trouble. The young man, on the third night, he was praying. His father walked out from the spirit and came to him and began to download a information to him that no prophet born by a man can tell him what the Father told him. He said, I went to the grave with some things, but because you have come asking for them, I'm going to give it to you. The ministry is in Enugu. After the encounter 3 days in his father's house, he went back to Enugu. In the space of 3 years, he's going for 4 services. In the space, he didn't go to any child. Not every glory you see that belongs to God belongs to the devil. There are price people are paying. That is why when I see people, sometimes there are something you hear in the internet, you say it's a scam. I will not say it's a scam because there is nothing impossible God cannot do. Are you hearing me? There's one trend in the same man of God said angels will put money, that's a lie. I can't say it's a lie because I preach in a program. My interpreter, I just call him an account number. I don't know that the person is singing for me. Yeah, got this. It's what they call quick notice. We left the program that night. His customer for 18 years that have lost contact sent money to the account. He didn't know he sent the money until he backed into a house. After 3 years, the man remembered that he sent the money in a wrong account. He says, I'm the one you sent the money to. He said, maybe that is how God wanted it. 18 years, they never meet. God can do anything when it's your time. No matter where you are, when God wants to locate you, He can locate you. Look at what happened in Enugu. A 3-story building fell on a bungalow, yet nobody died. A 3-story building. According to the story, children were playing in that house. According to the story, there were people living in that house. They just backed out of that house 3 days ago. The building collapsed, yet nobody died. 3-story building collapsed on top of another mansion. In around 5 p.m. in the evening, everybody is at home and nobody died. What a God! You're going to pray this prayer. Powers holding my glory. Whether you are my mother or my father, whether you are my wife or my husband, whether you are my pastor or my prophet, it doesn't concern me. Release it now by fire. Hey! Release it, release it, release it, release it. Whoever holding what belongs to you. Mande prakatata, lada prakatata. Oh yeah! Release. The command to release it. Yes. Any man, anyone, anywhere. Holding what belongs to you. Right now. Let them release it. Whether they are in the grave or in the cave, in the courtroom, in the junction, wherever they are, that does not concern you. What concerns you is your glory. Command them to release it. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Help me to pray this one. You may not pray for yourself, pray for me, Father, because I like it. Say, anyone that vowed that over their dead body will I succeed. Oh Lord, answer their prayer. Kill them now, so I can succeed fast. Any man or woman that are vowed that over their dead body, you will not succeed. You will not get married. You will not give birth to children. You will not have peace in your marriage. Wherever they are, oh Lord, answer them. Kill them now. Let them be over their dead body. Let their dead body be over. Let their body be over. Yes, Lord. Yes. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. This last prayer for now. You will pray clapping your hands. Say, powers that have exchanged my glory. You'll be laboring, other people will be prospering. You'll be watching prosperity. It doesn't come to you. You come to church, you go to program, you watch people giving dangerous testimony. And I know those people that always argue about miracle never experienced miracle before. Those people that argue about miracles, they say it's scam. They never experienced miracle before. In the course of my ministry, I have seen a dead man walk back to life. I have seen God removing that madness on somebody. Pastor is an example. 2 weeks ago, it was on phone. Somebody called from America. My daughter is mad. When we were praying, the lady was, you are praying, it was not the room, hearing it. But when we dropped the phone, the lady slept. And that was the end of madness. And you want me to argue you that there is nothing like miracle? It's a lie. There is extent you pray to God, then you will know that God is not your age mate, that God is not your pastor. God is not a bishop, he's not an archbishop, he's not a pope. He is God. He knows more than you do. The reason why you are limited in miracle is because you have limited your mindset. Every year I used to tell God, what is impossible? Because I know that impossibility belongs to him. Hello. God does not cook food. You are the one cooking food. So you are cooking food is not a miracle. But the ability to eat it is given to you by God. The ability to buy those things, the resources to buy it. I have never seen somebody finish cooking. He said, God, come and feed me. No. There are some things that are impossible. Let us deal with those things for God. The possible ones is for you. Now wake up and sweep your house. You will say, oh Lord, please help me to sweep my house. No. Oh Lord, teach me how to dress my children to school. It's stupidity. Oh Lord, you understand. I can't mop this house. Please, I want to mop it. How do I hold the mop? No. But oh Lord, I want to be my own house and I don't have money. I don't care where the money is coming from. You are God. Connect me to the source of my money. That's where he appears. He will not ask you, what is your job? What do you do? No matter how little work you do, God can multiply it. But whenever you come to church as a lazy man, you are not working. You are not doing anything. You say, Lord, I want to prosper. From where? From whose account? It's a useless prayer because it won't work. You can't prosper. What you should be praying is, oh Lord, give me a job. Are you hearing me? From your job, God will prosper you. Put me right. The Bible said, whatever you touch, whatever your hand has found to do, you shall prosper in it. So if your hand has not found to do anything, forget about prosperity unless you are a thief. We are praying this one. Powers buying and trading with my life.
Powers buying and trading with my life.
I didn't hear you.
Powers buying and trading with my life.
Shout it loud and clear.
Powers buying and trading with my life.
Who are you, by the way?
Who are you, by the way?
As I clap my hands. Come on, pray. I should clap.